The whole point of satsang is to make our life in order. Okay? Kashyapa tells that. Okay? He says very clearly, Prarabdha Vashat Janma. Remember, our consciousness is logical and illogical. Are we going on the logical side of our consciousness, or are we going in the illogical side of our consciousness? So let us try to find out through Kashyapa, the great sage Kashyapa. Are we going to lead our life logically or illogically? Just in the past satsang of today, I have highlighted that thing. Whether it is going to be logical or illogical. So tell me, are we going to go in logical side or illogical side? I explained to you till now. Can you just highlight on that before opening that book?
Jai Mata, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Mata.
What Pujya Guruji told this session is that our past is logical.
Yes.
Our present to an extent is also logical.
Correct.
But our future is illogical.
Yeah. Why? Because we don't know the future.
We don't know the future.
But we can direct the future like the way we want it. Can we direct our future to the way we want it? Look, the Western philosophy and Westerners, many a times, 90% of them they say, or they don't believe in fate and destiny. Yes or no? But we in India, or we in the Eastern philosophy, we say we cannot pinpoint our fate and destiny. You make your life according to the way you want it. It's partly Western and partly Eastern is we really cannot make our life as the way we want it, because in that Indian philosophy or in the Eastern philosophy, more than Indian, it is the Eastern philosophy, we say you cannot make your life and the future to be as you want it. Okay? So can you comment on that? Of course, I'm going to tell you on what way.
In the Eastern philosophy, we don't believe in making our future, mainly because we feel that we are all karmic in nature.
Why? Say, if I argue, no, you can make your future also. Many parts of your future life, almost 90% to the way you want it. But according to the Eastern philosophy, according to you, you say you cannot make it.
No, according to the philosophy, yes, but I don't believe in that. I believe that we can make it happen. In fact, in today's satsang, Pujya Guruji mentioned, through grit and determination, we can.
Yeah.
And that is actually going to help us build our Sankalpa Shakti.
Correct.
And if we use our life force or Prana Shakti, we are able to channelize our Prana in such a way that, in fact, with every breath, we can materialize what we really want.
Yeah.
But since our mind is always disturbed, and all our brain cells are not activated to its full potential,
correct,
we are not able to materialize our dreams or aspirations or even have a good Sankalpa Shakti. We don't need a priest or a Purohit to actually take Sankalpa on behalf of us.
Right.
If only we know how to activate our Sankalpa Shakti through grit and determination.
Right. Okay.
And the power
that
of
is
breath.
your viewpoint.
Yes, Guruji.
So is that viewpoint acceptable or not?
It is, because I have also experienced. This is not the first time Guruji has actually said this, and I have also tried to implement it myself.
Okay.
It has definitely happened. It all again depends on how the state of mind is.
Right.
When I'm in a very calm and composed state of mind, and I'm able to mentally program that I want something to happen, it has happened in that same instance, or sometimes maybe in a couple of hours.
Right.
In fact, Guruji today told that within minimum 7 days to 48 days is what we need,
Right.
depending on our evolution and state of mind
Right.
and our power of breath.
Right.
But definitely what Guruji is saying is something that I have already experienced,
Okay.
but it's not consistent. So that is where the problem is. So it's like sometimes I am able to experience the benefit, sometimes I am not able to, mainly because I lack consistency. And also Guruji said sadhana has to be consistent,
Yeah.
and constantly doing the same mantra, going deeper into this is
Right.
what is going to pierce the brain cells and bring out the honey, which is nothing but knowledge
Yeah.
Or
The honey
wisdom.
of knowledge.
or wisdom. That has to get activated. So that is when the presence of mind. See, that knowledge is basically presence of mind.
Right.
So what
Not
we-
only presence of mind, knowledge itself.
Knowledge itself, and so that is when we know what to do when, where.
Empowerment. Knowledge is empowering.
Empowerment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like Guruji said, however the wind is swaying us, we go to that. So we
Correct.
can't use our knowledge or presence of mind.
Correct.
And say, no, this is what I want. Instead, we will get carried away by what is happening and get influenced negatively.
Right.
Our thinking gets clouded.
Right.
We lack viveka. Guruji said that clarity is what we lack, discrimination.
Yeah.
That's mainly because we get influenced by whatever is happening around us,
Right.
or whatever people want to influence us. So
Right.
we are allowing them to influence us. We
Right.
are not using our own power of will or determination,
Right.
or we don't have that sense of knowledge
Right.
that we don't need to be influenced always,
Right.
unless it's really contributing to our growth.
Correct.
So that is how today's satsang is very empowering, because we realize that all the powers are within us.
Exactly.
As long as the soul is within us, that's what Guruji told. So
Yeah.
God is within you.
Soul
The
has to be
soul is
within
in
you only.
So the breath is within you.
You're not breathing down on somebody else's soul.
Yeah. So
Okay. Your own soul.
our own soul.
Yeah.
So it has to be like. So that means we are ourselves temple. We ourselves have all the powers.
Yeah.
So we just have to know that it is that, and then
Integrate it.
integrate it and utilize it, and have self-belief, like Guruji
Yeah.
said today, that we should have self-belief that we don't need to go anywhere, we don't need to do anything, provided we know means not theoretically know.
Right.
We really
We work towards
we
it.
work towards that, and we have that conviction.
Right.
We really know that. It's like
Right.
we know that it's there within us. So that kind of firm conviction we should get. Conviction comes with experience only.
Right.
So
Also
most
knowledge.
of the times, and knowledge.
Experience plus knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yeah. You cannot miss one and say other is what I believe in. No, it's not true. Both has to go hand in glove. So what do you suggest out of the 15 Kashyapa Sutras? Which sutra do you find it quite appropriate in this kind of the knowledge you have assimilated now?
Jayatvam dukkha hetuhu.
And what do you mean by that? And what is the sutra number?
10 Guruji.
10. So what does that sutra tell you rather, sorry?
That basically why we are not able to tap our inner power is because we are bogged by our external pressures, or called dukkha, in some form or the other.
Yeah.
Whether it is stress or negative influence of people, or whether it is karma or ignorance or a lack of sense of dharma also,
Right.
because we don't know what dharma is. So all these things lead to problems, and sometimes we confine it to money
Right.
or relationships.
Right.
Or success or failure,
Right.
many things actually. So all these things are basically, in one nutshell, they cause dukkha,
Right.
and that dukkha has to be overcome.
Right.
Then only we will be able to understand the true power. At the same time, we need the help of the power to overcome dukkha.
Correct.
So both ways there is a correlation, and we should know that to get over our sorrows or problems, we need the soul power,
Right.
and at the same time we need to experience the soul power also to know that this dukkha is nothing, it's very trivial
Right.
compared to the
No, for
magnanimity of.
people who are suffering from dukkha will not understand this.
That's why the sutra will help them understand.
Yeah. Jayatvam dukkha
Dukkha hetuhu.
hetuhu. So can you just read out that Jayatvam Dukkaha Hetuhu.
ಕಶ್ಯಪ ಸೂತ್ರ 10 ಜಯತ್ವಂ ದುಃಖಃ ಹೇತುಃ.
ಓದು.
ನಾವು ನೋವನ್ನು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಿ ಜಯವನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಎಂಬುದೇ ಈ ಸೂತ್ರದ ಅರ್ಥ. ಜಯತ್ವಂ ಎಂದರೆ ಜಯ ಅಥವಾ ಗೆಲುವು, ದುಃಖಃ ಎಂದರೆ ನೋವು ಹಾಗೂ ಹೇತುಹು ಎಂದರೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ನಾಶ. ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೆಲುವೇ ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಂಡರೂ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜಯಶಾಲಿಗಳಾಗಬೇಕೆಂದೇ ಬಯಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸೋಲು ಪ್ರಿಯವಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಗೆ ವೃತ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಶಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಸದಾ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಯೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಜೀವನದ ತಳಹದಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಶ್ಯಪರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಈ ಸೂತ್ರದ ಮೂಲಕ ಹೀಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ: ನಿನ್ನ ನೋವಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣವಾದ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಜಯಿಸಬೇಕೆಂದು ಎಂದಾದರೂ ಯೋಚಿಸಿದ್ದೀಯೇ ಎಂದು. ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸೂತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂತರಂಗದ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರತಿಬಿಂಬಿತವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ತನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಯಾರು ಜಯಿಸುತ್ತಾನೋ ಅವನನ್ನು ಲೋಕವೇ ಆರಾಧಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಅವನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೋವು ನಲಿವುಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಸಿಲುಕಿ ಒದ್ದಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಥಿರವಾದ ಚಿರವಾದ ಪರಮಾನಂದವನ್ನು ಅನುಕ್ಷಣವೂ ಅನುಭವಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, just explain that first 3 lines or 4 lines.
Here for the sutra Jayatvam Dukkaha Hetuhu, an explanation is given for each word.
Right.
So where Jayatvam is basically victory or becoming successful.
Right.
Dukkha is basically dukkha or problems or suffering
or sorrow,
misery, whatever we are going through. Hetuhu is again to eradicate or completely eliminate the dukkha from our lives.
Right.
So that is the first 3 lines. He's just literally translated each word.
Right.
Actually, even as per Shastras, that is how the sutra means. Every word, every letter has to be split and explained.
Right.
Every word is potent with meaning. Then only it becomes sutra. So it captures the entire essence of the entire meaning of whatever has been explained.
Right.
Then only it becomes a sutra. So here Jayatvam Dukkaha Hetuhu, 3 words are explained clearly by Kashyapa.
Okay, continue.
And here he goes on to say that all of us want to experience success no matter what. Whether it's in the home front or at the work front or in the society front.
Right.
We want to be successful human beings. And he goes on to say that this success will not come to us just through activities, but it will actually come to us only when we are able to control our mind, have complete control of our mind.
Yeah, that means you have to put the mind in the illogical mode or in the logical mode. Tell me. You have to put your mind in the logical mode or the illogical mode with your experience. You tell me.
It has to be a blend of both. We should know what to do when. That is again presence of mind only, I feel.
Yes. Presence of mind, is it logical or illogical? Presently, at this moment, we take it as logical. Now comes the important thing. Whether it is going to be a logical mind or an illogical mind. I would say it is not both. It is not the logical mind or the illogical mind. So as a human being, there is another mind called as intuitive mind. It is not logical or illogical. It is to be intuitive mind. An intuitive mind is what is predominantly necessary 90% of the time to make us understand life is all about clarity of the mind. So, clarity of the mind is not only logical, at the same time certain parts of illogical mind. So for time to make us understand the illogical mind, we should just be slightly off and telling you that it should become intuitive mind. It is neither logical nor illogical, it has to be the intuitive mind. When it is intuitive, then it becomes all the gray cells in your brain will be filled with intuitive energy. That means all the cells, which is right now 10 lakhs plus, it has to become 10 crores plus, 10 to the power of 10,000. 10 to the power of 10,000 cells have to be activated. If you want 10 to the power of 10,000 cells to be activated, that is called as an intuitive mind. If you want your own brain cells to be intuited, to be energized, to be active, that is what all the great scientists who are able to discover scientifically, like Archimedes, you name all the great scientists, Isaac Newton, Sir Isaac Newton, all of them based their life on intuition alone. Like the other day we read about Shakuntala Devi. So she was also operating on the intuitive mind of hers. For her, life was all about blackboard, whiteboard, more than anything else. It is that every digit was flashed into her mind as an integral digit. So that integral digit was formed from our mind through logic as well as illogical, but more than anything else, it was basically intuitive mind. Other day I told you about 22/7, 3.14. But she went on highlighting, and as Shakuntala Devi highlighted, it was an intuitive brain. And that's why most of what those kind of answers she gave was something which can be worked from left hand side to right hand side, and most of the time she posed a challenge, how can I write you that answer? You want it from left to right or from right to left? That very clearly shows the illogical part of the brain. So what is that illogical part? Predominantly it dominates that intuitive side of the brain. You can call it illogical as well. But more so, if you want to term it extremely well, we call it as intuitive mind. That is why with intuition, you can clearly highlight the future of a person. Talking about the past and the present is not logical. Even though it deems to be logical, but talking about the future is intuitive part of the brain. It is not illogical. It is the intuitive gray cells inside the brain. So right now, from 10 lakh brain cells, you go to 10 to the power of 1000 brain cells activated. That is done only through the brain cells being intuited. Prerana Shaktiinda ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಧನೆ, ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಹಿಡಿದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಡದೆ ಆ ಕೆಲಸನ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಟಿಲ್ ಯು ಅಚೀವ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಡಾಮಿನೇಟಾಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಶ್ಯಪ ಸೂತ್ರ? ಜಯತ್ವಂ ದುಃಖ ಹೇತು. ನಿನಗೆ ಜಯ ಬಳಸಬೇಕಾದರೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ಸಾಧನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ logically what is intuition illogically. Logically it starts, and illogically you enter that zone of intuition. That is why the world is round. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಸುತ್ತದೆ, ಆ ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅನ್ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ಡ್ areas of the brain. Intuition helps you to understand the unexplored areas of your brain. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಲಾಜಿಕ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಆಟ್ ದ ಅರ್ಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ the illogical part of your brain. Everything is brain only, but you don't know how to explain it, and that is called as the arithmetical progressive portion of the brain. If you want to know the arithmetic progression of the brain, we know logically 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, 4 plus 4 is equal to 8, but that kind of an expression mathematically you will understand only by intuition. Half the time, if you are good in mathematics, that means half of your support comes predominantly from the trained part of the mind, which is logical, and then you tap the areas or the arenas of the brain where all those cells get charged with energy, and that energy is called as mathematical progression of the brain cells. That is why if you are good in mathematics, that means that 25% of your brain is working knowingly or unknowingly through intuition segment of the brain. That is what this sutra tells you. Okay, continue.
ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದ ನೋವನ್ನು ಸಹಿಸಲು ಕಷ್ಟವಾದರೂ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ನೋವನ್ನು ಸಹಿಸುವುದು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ 100ರಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ.
ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಸೈಡು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಸೈಡು ಯಾಕೆ ನೋವಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದಾಗ, ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಷನ್. Mathematical progression of the brain, the cells are not activated. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಏನಂತ ಆ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸು,
ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದ ನೋವನ್ನು ಸಹಿಸಲು ಕಷ್ಟವಾದರೂ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ನೋವನ್ನು ಸಹಿಸುವುದು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ 100ರಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ 100ರಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ? ಈಗ ನಾನಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳು. ಅವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಟಿವ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋವು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಯಾಕೆ ನೋವು ಕಷ್ಟ? ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎಂಡ್. ಕಷ್ಟ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ? ನಿನಗೆ ಸುಖ ಸಿಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಕಷ್ಟ ಮುಗಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಸೂತ್ರ ಏನು ಟೈಟ್ಲು?
ಜಯತ್ವಂ ದುಃಖ ಹೇತು.
ಜಯತ್ವಂ ದುಃಖ ಹೇತು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಈಗ ನೋಡು, ಈಗ ನಾವು ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡು. ನಿನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ನಿನ್ನ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಯಾಕೆ? ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಈಗ ಶಕುಂತಲಾ ದೇವಿ ನೋಡಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬ್ರೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸೆಲ್ಸು. ನೀವೇನು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಒಂದು 30 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೆದುಳು ಬಲಿಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಎಳಸಾಗೇ ಆಡ್ತೀರ. ಇನ್ನು ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಮ್ಮೆಚೂರಾಗೇ ಆಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಗ್ರೇ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಓಪನ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಇದೇ ಕಾರಣ. 10,000 ಸೆಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್. ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಅಡಿಷ್ನಲ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 1,000 ಸೆಲ್ ಗ್ರೇನಲ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ಮೋರ್ ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜೈಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕೆಪ್ಯಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಅಂದಾಗ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಟೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ತಗೊಂಥ ಗ್ರಹಿಸೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿದೆ. ಗ್ರಹಿಸೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿದ್ದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಪವರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಪವರ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಚಕ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಗ್ರಹಿಸ್ತೀರಾ. ವೆರಿ ಟೈಮ್, ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಎಟ್ ದಟ್ ಅಪ್ರಾಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಜೀವ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ದುಃಖ ಹೇತು. ನೋಡು, ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡು, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡು.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅತಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋವಾದಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕಬೇಕು.
ಅದರ ಬದಲು ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಟ್ರಿಗರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ವಿತ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ವಿತ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಂಪವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್, ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ, ಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಆಯಿತಾ, more of knowledge by empowerment, then you will feel confidence and you will become confidence personified. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, then we become confidence personified. You have trained yourself now to empower your grey cells. ನಿಮಗೆ ಪವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ಗೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನ್ಪವರ್ಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಉಸಿರು ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಯು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಬ್ರೆತ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲಿಂಗ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ which will go on 21,600 times, empowering each and every cells in your body. Each one of you have intuition, but you are not working towards it. Intuition is no doubt God's grace, but the intuitive part of it is because that intuition has to be triggered by the power of your breath. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವಕೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೆತ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಉಸಿರಿಂದ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್? ಫುಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್. The physical food is the fuel for the body. At the same time, that physical food also goes on giving that energy quotient 10% for your brain cells. The 10% of the brain cells is not enough, because that will only try to summarize how are you logically and illogically. Instead of going logically or illogically, instead of going through Google, you will understand Google. Even to understand Google, you have to understand the intuitive part of your brain. It is not Google. It is that intuitive part of the brain which helps you to connect to Google. To understand the intuitive part of Google, you have to understand that intuitive part and trigger that intuitive part of your brain. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ 99% of you never understood the whole essence of that. I'll still call it an article. That's why I left a question mark. To be continued later. When it has to be continued? The moment when you start getting ready intuitively, at that moment I will release the second part of that article. Even though the second part of that article is still ready in my brain, still you understand the first word of that first sentence of my first previous article. You will never understand head or tail of it, because that is only above your head. It will never understand. I am not blaming you, because I have not trained you. Your sadhana has to be trained. Shataya gathaya navo sadhanenalli apala. What Archimedes had in his brain, what Isaac Newton had in his brain, what Sir M. Vishveshwaraya had in his brain. If you look at all the sadhus and santas who had this intuitive power in their brain, starting from Shankaracharya, he was able to cross so many mountains by his Padash Siddhi. If you have seen the Himalayas, then you will start understanding intuitively how difficult it is to cross the terrain. Today we all go in vehicles and all that. Can you understand a saint transgressing that kind of a pathway with gorges, with cliffs, 300 feet deep and 400 feet deep, rivers, and all that kind of a terrain? How much was he able to traverse that kind of a distance within a span of such a short time? 2 times, 3 times he has crossed Himalayas at that ripe old age of 32. Have you ever understood how did he pass that age? If you have seen Himalayas, when you see Badrinath, Kedarnath, then you will understand the intensity of what I am telling. If you understand the distance between Badrinath and Kedarnath, it is just across the hill if you go by a helicopter. It goes like this, you cross the hill and the other side you land. On this side it is Badrinath. On this side is Kedarnath. On the other side is Badrinath. You just have to transgress the path of a hill. But if you go by road, even in a car, it takes a couple of hours to go from Kedarnath to Badrinath. And if there is a landslide or if there is snow, whatever it is, then your journey suffers. Now look at this. If you have seen, understood the life of an enlightened being called as Shankaracharya, there was no compass. There was no compass. Today you go by GPS. How did Shankaracharya go? No compass. So you read that, if you look at the life of Shankaracharya or any great saint, how did he go? Now, logic and illogic. Our consciousness, it is called as the intuitive part. Intuitive part. So our consciousness as human beings, we should rely upon the intuitive part of our brain. Now, you will understand, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರಲ್ಲ they all traversed in that intuitive part of the brain. ಕಂಪಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಕಂಪಾಸ್ಗಳಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವೀಗ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟು, ಸೌತ್ ವೆಸ್ಟು, ಸೌತ್ ಈಸ್ಟು, 2 degrees ಸೌತ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್, 10 degrees ಸೌತ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್, 20 degrees ಸೌತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಕಂಪಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇ 1 degree, 2 degrees ಈ ಕಡೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ. ಅವರ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಪಾಸ್ in their mind, in their brain. I'll continue all this sentence after this studies.
ನಮ್ಮ ನೋವಿಗೆ ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು, ನೆಂಟರಿಷ್ಟರಿಂದ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ.
Yes, without relying upon our intuitive power, we rely upon our friends, relatives. Without relying upon our intuitive part of the brain, like how the acharyas did it in those Esther years. For example, Adi Shankara. You will understand if you have seen the Himalayan part of our India, how difficult it is to traverse those kind of long distances. One small part of a car fails, then the car suffers a breakdown. Like this, if you understand it, if you understand our car in respect to our brains, how much we have suffered in life because we have never understood neither the logical part of the brain nor the intuitive part of our brain. The whole point of sadhana is to increase the intuitive power of our brain. The left-hand side of everybody's brain is logical. So the more you use the left-hand side of the brain, then more kinds of logical thoughts you'll get. And logical thoughts of the brain can only be by empowering the left-hand side of the brain with logic, reasoning. And empowering of the brain is by hard work and determination. That is why many of the students get very high marks, is because at the right time, when their exams, they are able to score successfully. Even though the intuitive part of their brain is very less comparatively. When you compare the right-hand side of the brain, which is nothing but intuitive based, wherein if you are using only the left-hand side of the brain, that is the logical side of the brain. For normal activities, the left-hand side of the brain is good. But if you want to use the right-hand side of the brain, then you have to push the right-hand brain cells to work and activate simultaneously by giving you constant intuition. First, prepare the left-hand side of the brain by hard work, determination. And then you can concentrate on the right-hand side of the brain. So the right-hand side of the brain activates first initially on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, or the logical side of the brain, and then it transfers that energy through your breath to the right-hand side of the brain. Then automatically you will start getting that hard work and determination brings you brain power, the intuitive brain power of that right-hand cells. And that is the right-hand side of the brain. You are able to tap the intuitive power of your brain. That is why during school days or during college days, there has been lot of tests given for us to increase our memory. When we want to increase our memory, that means you are automatically getting into that intuitive power on the part of your brain to make you intuitive. The first is memory. The first base, bottom part of your right-hand side of the brain is covered with certain gray cells on the right-hand side of the brain. And that is called as the memory bank of your right-hand side. That is why most of the time what you understand and experience between the age of 10 to 15, whether be a good experience or be it a bad experience, normally we don't forget it, because certain parts of the right-hand side of the brain is activated either by a good happening or by a bad happening, or both of them, good and bad, constructively to the right-hand side. Because of breathing force, because of the breath force, then the memory cells are activated. That is why certain people remember lot of things 30 years before, 40 years before. They remember good or bad, they remember very well. Even 30 years back something happened, they remember. 40 years back, they remember. Why good or bad? Is because it is etched in the brain. And that etching in the brain, that carving in the brain happens only in the right-hand side of the brain cells. And that is called as intuitive sense of the brain. Because sometimes when we want to recite a recitation or a memory shloka or something which we read in the newspaper, it cannot register in the brain, because for a day or two it will register. Then it will not register. Why? Because it is on the left-hand side. It is imprinted in the left-hand side of the brain. Left-hand side of the brain does not remember, because there are no memory cells, active memory cells in the left-hand side of the brain. Wherein the right-hand side of the brain, it is filled with intuitive knowledge along with the memory. If you have 10 vicharas or 10 kinds of a knowledge based on the past memory, then that is only what we call it as a skimming memory. That memory, like a swimming memory, it just passes in, passes on, just as a flash. That is why sometimes if you go to the same place or this thing, you will automatically know So with this kind of a memory cell, which is on the left-hand side, you know how a person's character is formed, how a person is going to be, how a person is going to react at certain situations in life. You know. That is only because your left-hand cells, left-hand brain cells, is slightly activated. Why it is activated? It's because of your breath. There is a constant inflow of oxygenated blood through your breath on the left-hand side. That is only triggering the memory of your left-hand brain. Wherein, if you understand the right-hand side of the brain is more powerful, more intuitive, then you trigger on that. That is why we say, since your memory is okay, that means 25% of your left-hand side of the brain is more activated because your memory is okay. Normal memory, where you can perform naturally all your day-to-day exercises or day-to-day happenings or day-to-day occurrences happen in everybody's life, which you only remember 1 week, 10 days before or 15 days before. That's only because you are triggered to your trained memory cells on the left-hand side of the brain. Now coming to the right-hand side of the brain, that is that intuitive part of your brain, wherein your left-hand side of your brain has to be constantly recharged like your telephone mobile or like your mobile. Like how a mobile is discharged. At least it requires 1 day's charge. After 1 day's charge, then the energy goes away. Like that, a battery cell, like that, your left-hand side of the brain is deactivated. 90% of your left-hand side of the brain is deactivated. Even your normal work you don't remember or you do. You don't remember to do. That's why sometimes all the new gadgets which you bought to your own house, suddenly you tend to forget how to do it. Because it's all stored in the left-hand side of the brain. Suppose if it's triggered on the right-hand side of the brain, then you will constantly remember. So faith, relationship of your near and dear ones, it is triggered also not only on the left-hand side of the brain, even on the right-hand side of the brain it is triggered. That is why you don't forget at any cost your relations, your father, your mother, your grandfather, grandmother. You don't remember because, you don't forget. You will always remember constantly. Whereas the new phase, and the new face comes and registers to you, oh, I am your uncle and I am your lost uncle. I was in touch with your parents 15 years back. You don't remember because physically you have changed. They themselves have changed. Then they introduce themselves. Then you say, oh, yes, I remember, you being as a young boy or you being at such an age. I remember you. Then suddenly the memory is triggered. Even the left-hand side of the brain has got a particular amount of memory as well as the right-hand side of the brain. So your left-hand side is only this much, your right-hand side is as big as the horizon itself. So when the right-hand side of the brain is as big as the horizon itself, so how do you see the horizon? Remember the olden days they used to say, when you go to a particular village where your ancestors lived, you have not seen that village 10 years from now or 10 years ago. You saw those ancestors who lived 10 years back. So the whole village has changed now. You don't even remember the faces of your ancestors. Suddenly you remember. There's a triggering of that. So when the name is kindled back again inside your brain, then you suddenly, oh yes, now I remember. So you relate it with someone close to you, your father, your mother, your grandfather, grandmother, or your grand relation, a grand aunt or a grand uncle. You remember all that. So when you go to their houses, you start recalling all those memories back. That is not that intuitive part of the brain. That is only the relationship is based on that memory which the brain cells have stored on the left-hand side of the brain. Sometimes when you go to a village and things have changed from the past 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, you suddenly don't remember that those things are solved. But you remember some landmark in a particular village or in a particular town. Why? Because it doesn't toggle your memory. It doesn't go on rekindling your memory. Because your left-hand side of the brain functions and only on known memory bank. Wherein, in case you understand what is intuition, then you will understand that intuitive part of the brain is only on the right-hand side of the brain. That means you have got a powerful brain of yours. This is the whole beauty of brain, its energy and its knowledge. Okay?
For more satsangs from Sri Sri Nimishananda Guruji, subscribe to this channel. Click the bell button below to get notifications. Like and share the video and spread the divine message.